Ladies and gentlemen, Israel has insomnia. It no longer sleeps on the side of Jerusalem. It's no longer sleeping on the side of Tel Aviv, is no longer sleeping. President Erdogan received the president, Turkish breaks the silence. While in Doha, the Arab world is in the outbreak, is being organized the most beautiful way to get up against a single state, which happens to be Israel, which is considered the state most mafia in the Arab world. Turkey's receptive Erdogan comes out of his silence and comes to aggravate the things. We therefore understand the fury, the nervousness, the rage with which the Arab world wants to deal with this matter Israeli. Times are tough for Israel. Recep Tayyip Erdogan has just carried out a statement that even Washington can't understand and is in trembling. Ladies, gentlemen, and young ladies, international news of this 15th September 2025 revolves around Israel. The Arab world has woken up. They are more willing to forgive what Israel has become, what Israel does as part of this video conference. This is hot news and burning that we are going to talk about. But before continuing, I ask you humbly to share the video conferencing. As you share, I have the courage, the determination to give you the essentials of the news. There you go. And the good information and in real time. Let's go into the depths. Yes, let's continue in the depths. Erdogan threat. Erdogan is sounding the alarm. He is shooting at the alarm bell. He says that Israel's threat is a threat direct for the region, for the Middle East, Near East. Israel is a threat and does not stop there. It is a relentless denunciation of Erdogan. He never spoke like that. He says that Israeli aggression is a threat regional. Erdogan says this. He says that Israeli military escalation is not limited to Gaza, but it endangers all stability from the Middle East. So it's a Middle Eastern thing. Against which situation it would be necessary, let all the Middle NW rise up. Yes. So he already agrees with what the Middle East is doing that the representatives of the Arab League Islamic Cooperation is in the process of to do in Doha. For the moment, we don't know, did he go to Doha? Has he been to Doha? But he comes to make this statement. This statement is not ours. According to Erdogan's type, Netanyahu deliberately seeks to dive the region in chaos. He deliberately wants to put the region in chaos. But who is he to seek to destabilize this peace fragile that exists in the Middle and Middle East? This is a situation that hurts Erdogan very much. The worst, it's what? It's only against one nation. When other nations rise up, all the other nations are angry. This is another strong message that is being sent to the whole world. Yes, if they have closed their eyes for a long time on Israel's exaggerated attitude, now this is no longer the case. So for receptive Erdogan, he says that Netanyahu is looking for deliberately to submerge the region of the Middle East in chaos, to break any opposition and impose its domination by terror. Israel wants to impose its domination by terror. What should one say to this level? It is that when a head of state says that the enemy aims for chaos, it is a widespread fire warning, which warning must be faced to rise. So Erdogan did not stop there. Erdogan made blatant accusations without detour. RP type Erdogan accuses Israel of having committed crimes, and according to diplomacy, he asks justice. Erdogan demands that those responsible Israelis be brought before the international justice. He doesn't care that Israel, especially Netanyahu, be protected by the United States of America. It is necessary, bring them to justice international. He is in his role of head of state member of the United Nations to demand that international law that the United States imposes, that the United Nations, I was going to say impose on worldwide, that this right be applied within the framework of Israel. And in the context of diplomacy, that's how it starts. Afterwards, they know perfectly well that he knows pertinently that Israeli officials will not be never brought to justice international, but it will serve of alibi, of proof for receipt Erdogan and the Arab world in future actions that they will pose against Israel. There, when they will start gada godu gada, when Israel will say, hey, they will say, well, listen, We spoke at the UN. We asked for justice. What happened past us too, having no more others recourse. We were forced to make, in the face of this threatening situation, our entire region and find the most suitable solution for us, because that the international institution or the institutions H international in charge of us protect, to enforce our rights universally consecrated, are in absolute and notorious incapacity concrete. We were therefore obliged to find us in the front of state. And what is the state front? It's the private justice is revenge private. So Erdogan, who makes this request, and this request places Israel in the category of states accused of crimes against humanity, to the same rat as dictatorships condemned by history. So there is another side to this charge. Even if for the moment and now there, no advantageous solution for the Arab countries are not found, but history will condemn Israel. History will remember that all neighboring countries are raised against him, and they have even requested his condemnation to international. So the Turkish president puts the spotlight on the dock of the accused of the whole world. So what are the implications? Geopolitics, and in relation to the brutal awakening of the world Muslim, Turkey, on the front line of Islamic leadership. Erdogan wants embody the voice of the Muslim world which wakes up. Erdogan wants to be the voice of the world Muslim who wakes up facing the Gaza massacre. With this speech, Ankara positions itself as a moral leader and politics in the face of the complicit silence of several Arab capitals, even if the Arab capitals have already begun to become aware. But it is not that Erdogan wants to steal the spotlight in Qatar. No, not at all. It's a compliment. Yes, so when others are silent, Turkey roars. That's what it means. Say. And the question that must be asked, ask, are we in the process to move towards a confrontation, broader strategic diplomacy? The answer is yes. It's yes. This statement further increases tension between Ankara and Tel Aviv are already freezing. So this statement also challenges Washington and Brussels. How continue to protect Israel when a NATO ally demands judgment international because it is a NATO ally? That's what it's all about. And so ladies, young ladies and gentlemen, that was the front page of international news. I'll get back to you later with other news. So that was the voice of your humble servant, the Samouraï.